You know that guy at work, the one who thinks the rules don't apply to him, the one who talks down to women, takes whatever he wants, and thinks no one will ever call him out? Well, this is the story of how I served him karma. Cold, very cold, straight from the fridge. Actually, if you've ever been disrespected, underestimated, or flat out stolen from, you're going to love this story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because this revenge, it's not just clever, it's deliciously disturbing. My name Maya, I was 21, fresh out of college, and barely 2 weeks into my new corporate job when I first noticed something strange. My lunch, homemade, carefully packed, and labeled with my name, kept vanishing. Not every day, just enough to drive me slowly insane. At first, I thought maybe I had forgotten it. Maybe I never brought it in. I even checked the fridge multiple times throughout the day like a crazy person. But every time, without fail, my container would reappear, empty, licked clean, almost mocking me. And let me tell you, when you're broke, new, and trying to prove yourself in a high-stakes, high-pressure office, missing lunch hurts. Not just your stomach, your dignity too. I felt humiliated, powerless, like I didn't even deserve to be acknowledged, let alone respected. The worst part, no one seemed surprised. When I asked around, casually at first, trying to play it cool, I got the same reaction. A shrug, a smirk, and then the name. It's probably Greg. He does that. Greg, the office menace. Mid-30s. Loud, arrogant, always bragging about his weekend adventures, his gym stats, or his stock portfolio. He thought of himself as God's gift to the company, and to women. He had this way of staring just a little too long, laughing just a little too hard when a woman made a point in a meeting, and calling everyone sweetheart like he was doing us a favor. He wasn't charming. He was condescending. And management, they loved him, or at least tolerated him. That's just Greg. They'd say, he's been here a long time. Don't take it personally. But I did take it personally, because Greg wasn't just annoying. He was stealing my food, my peace of mind, my sense of safety in a workplace I was already struggling to fit into. He was violating my space in the most disrespectful way, and everyone just laughed it off. Once I brought in leftover chicken tikka my mom made for me, comfort food, the kind that reminds you of home when everything around you feels cold and unfamiliar. I opened the fridge at noon, gone. Another time, I brought pasta. The container was still there, but the food, barely a spoonful left, as if he was taunting me. And every time I looked up across the break room, there was Greg, smirking, never admitting it. But we both knew. The final straw. He made a comment one day while I was microwaving a sad sandwich I bought from the vending machine. Smells like something died in there. He said, nose wrinkling. It's just a sandwich, I said flatly. He leaned in, voice dripping with mock concern. You should bring real food. You'll need your strength, sweetheart. And then he winked. That was it. That was the moment something inside me snapped. Revenge is born. Let me tell you something about me. I'm petty, not impulsive, not reckless, calculatingly petty. If I couldn't beat Greg in a shouting match or get HR to take me seriously, I'd have to hit him where it hurt most, his ego and his stomach. I started with a little experiment. I brought in decoy lunches, still homemade, still neatly packed, but never intended to be eaten. Meanwhile, I ate a simple sandwich or protein bar at my desk. Boring, yes, but necessary. For 2 weeks, I watched him fall for it, over and over. Container would go full and come back out nearly empty. He had no shame, no guilt. He genuinely thought he could get away with it forever. That's when I started spreading the lie. One afternoon in the break room, I waited until he walked in. I was chatting with a coworker about wellness trends and alternative health. Yeah, I've been trying something new, I said loud enough for him to hear. It's a bit out there, but super holistic. I feel great. He perked up. Greg loved mocking feminine wellness fads. What's the secret? He asked, already half laughing. I smiled. It's a form of blood rejuvenation. I said slowly, I collect and consume my own menstrual blood. Mix it in with lunch. Great for iron levels and emotional balance. He froze. The smirk faded for half a second. No way, he said. Oh, totally, I said. I even have a video. And I did. A fake one, obviously. I had shot a clip on my phone the night before, me preparing pasta with tomato sauce, artfully pouring liquid from what appeared to be a menstrual cup into the pan. It was gross, convincing, and oh so satisfying to show him. He turned green. You're messing with me, he muttered. Nope, I replied. It's deeply spiritual. Also, sustainable. I walked out and left my decoy lunch in the fridge, same as always. He didn't touch it. Greg didn't show up. Day after that, still no Greg. Someone said he called in sick. Another claimed he was on a mental health break. By the time he returned a week later, he couldn't even look me in the eye. And from that day forward, no one's lunch was ever stolen again. Not mine. Not anyone's. The fridge, it was sacred. Mission accomplished. Some people learn from confrontation. Others, they need psychological warfare. Was it extreme? Maybe. Was it dangerous? Nope. No real blood involved. Just the perfect cocktail of gross and believable. Sometimes the only way to stop a workplace predator is to out-creep them. And honestly, it was worth every awkward stare I got from Greg after that. If this story gave you delicious secondhand satisfaction, go ahead and smash that like button. Comment below. What's the pettiest thing you've ever done to get revenge? And if you're craving more stories like this, where justice is creative, disturbing, and oh so sweet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Because in this world, karma doesn't knock. Sometimes she shows up with a lunchbox.